here is the matchup. Turn 21 already happening. We got a Granblue player. Yes, I cannot wait to see Cocytus come rain havoc on this kind young lad. Shameless promo for Cardfight Empire. Yeah, shout out to Cardfight Empire. Man's doing great things over there. But we're getting into the match. Like I said, we got a Cutlass just swung for a sexy 6K. And holy good lord, what is happening? Oh, is he assisting or is he... Oh, he's assisting. I was like, bro, you are a mad lad.
Superior call. It looks like it's just another way that you can assist on CFA by revealing your hand. Obviously, the assist is going to hurt the Narukami player, but of course, this is the age-old. It's an Excel deck versus a Protect deck. The Excel deck has a natural advantage because Bushiroad hates Protect decks. So here we are. Riding a 6K would actually normally be hyper punishing, but thankfully for our Granblue player, they were probably pretty happy to see the ride assist. Better luck on the optimal grade 2 ride, and we should be able to start seeing more cards go to the drop zone and have Cocytus and the other cards come online immediately and be very effective, really.
Yeah, and we actually saw Shark Messiah, the Narukami player that just went 5-0 in the Swiss, not only assist grade 1, but also went second, which is the exact same situation we are in right now. So, oh no. See, this Narukami player actually goes first. So, it's not impossible to come back from an assist like that. Of course, in Vanguard, they only make you -1 to assist, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Of course, you're also losing some knowledge. Your opponent gets full knowledge of your hand. But someone I was talking to, Rodney Chan, a lot about with this DP deck is, I mean, it's not DP, a Granblue deck is you want to get as close to 8 cards left in deck by your 4th turn. To really get the full effect of Cocytus with the power swing, the ability to go grab any card from your drop, the ability to not have to mill anymore, etc., etc., etc. So this is either going to be a game that ends on the 5th turn or he decks out. So unless we're going to see a more reserved playstyle come out from this Granblue player, he is running the new crit, which could mean this man's BDE is so huge that he runs 12 crits. I can't imagine he is. But there's the first ride Cocytus, and there's an easy mill 4, and let's see what we're going to be doing here.
Yeah, well, I was a little concerned about what happened on the grade 2 turn. He didn't attack, which is always incorrect. I assume he was trying to hold back and make sure that there was no counterblast for GBD's skill, but he still ended up losing units. If you're not going to attack, just don't call any units. I don't understand what happened there. He minused himself. I don't seem to understand. But hopefully he can recover from this. It looks like the Narukami player stayed at 0 damage and had guarded all of his rear guards. He's continuing to damage deny and attempt to preserve his board when Cocytus becomes fully online. It looks like the Granblue player is going to go for that one punch type of play, where he is hoping for a multi-crit Cocytus, crashing in for a number that can't be guarded by an Narukami player. Going to drill, actually fantastic. It's not because you can necessarily use the drill's ability with no counterblast. It's because you get an additional Excel marker, E+, and it's another attack that the Granblue player has to wrestle with.
Yeah, we actually see the commitment. Sorry to cut you off there, but the full commitment to the the Cocytus, because Baskirk's actually on rear guard, which either means he drew into it after the Cocytus ride, but he's putting just some cards onto the field just to pressure his rear guards. Like you said, committing 100% to that Cocytus play. Here's the re-ride into Cocytus, and that's going to be another mill 4. 25 cards left in deck, which means that his drop zone should have, 12 cards. So Cocytus not fully online. I don't think he's going to have a way to really mill out more. Dropping that grade 2 into the back row. Smart decision.
Yeah, it looks... Did he activate? He looks like he activated Cocytus.
Discard a card. Yeah, so... Oh, no, he activated Greed Shade. And he activated Cocytus to pull out the Skull Dragon. And then he activated the grade 2 that he put behind Vanguard, the Greed Shade, to put 2 more cards in drop, called over it with the Romario, and then now threw the wonderful Greed Shade into the other column. I believe activated his skill again. It's either that or he just cheated and moved the grade 2 over. Not really sure. But we tried. So yeah, he's got a pretty full board here. He's still sticking in. Apparently, he's in ride phase now, but he's in this main phase, thinking about calling the next card. I believe there's some discussion going on about changing target. Okay, so he's in battle phase. Decided not to move the Greed Shade up. I believe, like you said, he's trying to damage deny before the card is fully online. So he's probably going to be swinging to Death Scythe. And then, of course, to the Sword Eradicator. But let's see what his target is. Nope, going Vanguard with, I believe, 1 critical.
I'm gonna
no,
be
he needs
real
20
with
cards
you.
to drop. No, just kidding.
I'm gonna be real with you. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, so he swung. Yeah, so he swung with no critical. Did get a heal trigger, got the heal off. Swung Vanguard without the critical because he does not have 20 cards in drop. He only has 13. So I'm assuming what's going to be happening. He's going to try and get the next turn with Cocytus. He should be able to mill 4 and then mill 2 more with a Greed Shade or possibly something else from his hand. But that Skull Dragon is going to be swinging for an absolutely huge number. At this point, as an Narukami player, you're just going to take that, get the counterblasts, and then, of course, Skull Dragon going away. And so the thing I did like about what he's doing here is the reason he has that Greed Shade in the back row is he doesn't really want to have the extra attack. He doesn't really care about the pressure of attacking. What he's trying to do is he wants to force the Narukami player to drop 2 cards if he wanted to utilize that GBD effect. Unfortunately, however, no Gauntlet Blaster Dragger coming out. He doesn't have to fear the full bind. And in order to get that drill skill off, he's going to have to bind all 3 cards from the back row. Going to be pretty difficult to pull off, and he's not even doing it. He's going right in.
Cards. He's just going to drop 3 cards. This is what I tell Narukami players all the time. It's just drop your hand. You are the aggro deck. You are the beatdown. It looks like he has multiple restanders here. He's only going to be able to use 1, so of course he chose the Excel Circle. Is he not going to use the skill? All right, I'm wrong. He's not going to use it. He's just going to save up his defenses for next turn. Restanding the rear guard.
Yeah, see, I almost disagree with it because 5 cards left in hand, that would have been another Vanguard attack.
Yeah, he also needs to pay the cost, which
it would have been 3. Yeah, it would have been 3 cards from hand. Force him to guard. It would have at least dropped 1 card from his hand, probably 2 cards from hand. 17k attack with the drive check. That's gonna be a 27k, possible. So that's a 20k shield value to make it a no pass. So
yeah,
pretty suspicious play coming out. But we're going into the possible final Granblue turn, dropping that Greed Shade just like suspected. So he's going to put 3 cards into the drop, 1 from hand, 2 from top of deck. That's going to put him at 22 cards in drop after Cocytus skill. So here comes the fully online plus 20k plus critical from Cocytus. Nightshade coming in, bopping out that Greed Shade. I'm assuming going to be calling a grade. Oh, okay. Just calling the Greed Shade again to mill 2 more cards. I like it. Oh, no. Another heal.
Is this in the ride phase or the main phase?
This is all during main phase.
Okay, so did he call that unit from his hand? The
Greed. Okay, so he called a Night Mist from hand to call a Greed Shade from drop. Greed Shade got called from drop. And then because there was another Greed Shade, he was able to call a second Greed Shade over that Greed Shade to mill 2 more. So he ended up milling forward. Cocytus is swinging, called another card, which was the Skull Dragon. There's 1 crit. So that's 3 damage already. I believe it was a no guard.
Yeah, it was a no guard.
CV. And there's the second drive check. So that's going to be 3 damage.
Crit Vanguard.
1, 2, and 3. Heal trigger on 5 does not go off.
But the power is very large on columns that, since the Granblue columns are just not very large. Mouse does a whole lot of damage, actually, yeah. Yeah, I was a little confused in the early phase. Definitely, the Granblue player definitely going very fast on his card effects and not moving phases. I thought this was all off of Cocytus, and I was kind of confused.
No, it was Cocytus and a Ruin Shade. Cocytus and a Skull Dragon. Nightshade, Night Mist from hand to call Greed Shade from drop. Greed Shade gets another Greed Shade, and then so it's just double Greed Shade, Night Mist, etc., etc. So this is looking pretty scary for the Granblue player. I would be very impressed if he lives this turn. Only 6 cards left in deck. I don't think he has a single heal trigger left. And he only has got 5 cards in hand. One of them's a Skull Dragon, one of them's a heal trigger. So 20k shield value, 1 dead card, and then a grade 1 on rear guard. So 6 attacks. I'm assuming he's going to activate the drill skill. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attacks, plus both rear guards are going to restand, and you cannot trigger. That's going to be the end of him. I'm assuming he's just going to take the first one. Nope. Yeah, he did. And that's going to be the end of that. So this was perspective of Crisome. So Crisome moving into top 8 with Narukami, which means we have yet another Narukami in top 8. I am so excited.